Hey, so I am going to be doing a professional development on handwriting. I read an article called The Power of Handwriting, Improved Reading, Thinking, Memory, and Learning that is by Elizabeth DeWitt, Cheryl Lundy Swift, and Christina Bretz. And it really hit me and spoke to me about the ways that we can help students do um, do better and to learn more from just handwriting and simple things that can be done in the classroom that don't require lots of extra work for teachers, especially right now when it is November and we're all working very hard. And to add one more thing to our plate sometimes can be hard. But so I am going to share my screen so that everyone can see what we are working with. And we are working on handwriting matters. Okay. So handwriting and why it matters to us is that it is very, very important for students, not only in just letter formation, but in what it does for students. And so I'm very glad that you're here today to explore this topic with me. Um, and it might surprise you that it's all about handwriting. Handwriting. In an age where lots of schools and classes are preaching lots about using a keyboard and using tablets and Chromebooks and how important that is in um, in the age of technology that we're in. But it's easy that people question the value of cursive and manuscript handwriting. But the recent research suggests, the article that I read, that it does mean so much more. It has so much value, handwriting does, than what we really thought. Today, our goal is going to be to understand why handwriting matters, how it supports literacy, thinking, and memory, and what we can do in our classrooms to make handwriting a meaningful part of learning, not just an added on chore that we have to do. So let's get started. Why does handwriting still matter to us as teachers and to students? Um, According to the article that the handwriting article, The Power of Handwriting, handwriting engages your visual, auditory, and kinesthetic parts of the brain all at once. And when students form a letter by hand, they're able to see it, feel it, and say it. That multi-sensory input solidifies the identity of the letter in the student's brain. The article states that unlike typing, which relies on single repetitive motions, handwriting activates multiple areas of the brain by combining visual, auditory, and kinesthetic input. When students' brains don't have to scramble to remember the shape of a letter, they can move on to higher level tasks like expression and organizing their ideas. It's not just about writing legibly, it's about freeing up that cognitive space. So, I'm going to let you turn and talk for a moment, for about a minute, and I want you to think about your students. How often do you notice when they struggle to form letters precisely and how that slows them down? Share a quick experience with your neighbor. Um, so I'm going to share an experience that I have with you, since you don't have a partner and we can partner together. Um, one time, I mean, it's not just one time, it's one of my students that I have has hard time with letters. And when they're writing, instead of focusing on sounding out and writing the word, they're too worried about how to write the letter. So sometimes we have breakdowns in class, and so I really want them to be able to use and focus on handwriting so that when they do go to write words, they're able to um, focus less on the handwriting part and more on the remembering this letter makes this sound, and they're able to like read the words.
Okay.
Do you have any experience like that in your classroom?
No, not just yet. Kind of new to it this year.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for sharing your story. Do you have any more?
No, I mean, that's really the only one I can think about right now.
Okay.
So let's look at what the article told us. Here are some things that were key in the key things that I remember in the article, that handwriting improves letter recognition and reading development. So students who write letters by hand remember them better and faster. And fluency is something that we do work on. Uh, the author also explained that the handwriting movement and the coordination of eye and hand to form letters is key uh, to memory consolidation, so that students are able to um, consolidate what they know so that they can free up space to remember and learn other things. There's also evidence from the article that even at the college level, students who took notes by hand remembered them more than those who actually typed out the notes in class. So, why does this matter for us in kindergarten and early grades, first and second? Well, it's because when we teach handwriting, well, we're not just teaching neat handwriting, we're building the reading brain, the writer brain, and the thinker brain. It has long-term impacts. So let's give this a try. So it's going to be your turn. Go ahead and grab a pen. Here you go. And this sheet of paper, and write the sentence. Today, I learned something new. Okay. So now let's reflect. Did you have to slow down to write?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have to think about the spacing of letters, the shape, and the connection? And I noticed like we're writing on a blank sheet of paper. So there's no lines. Did you have an easy time knowing how big or small to write your letters as you were writing?
Kind of hard time.
I can tell that like from when you started writing small and as you got to the end of the sentence, you were writing a little larger.
Mm-hmm.
And that slowing down isn't a problem whenever you're writing. It's really a benefit. And in the article, it tells us once letter formation becomes automatic, a child's brain is freed to focus on higher level thinking. So um, that's really good that you're able to slow down and actually think about what you're writing rather than um, only thinking about how to actually write the letters. So when a student is still trying to form the letter B correctly, their brain is occupied with asking itself, how do I make this letter? Instead of what do I want my writing to say? Handwriting work helps make the former automatic so that it makes the actual letter writing automatic so that they can shine in what they're actually trying to say. So what do you notice while you are writing?
Um, that I'm really just having to think about how big or how small I write and making sure all the letters look the same. Including
Okay.
because I'm left-handed, I have a hard
Oh.
time seeing how I write, so.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Since you already know how to write the letters, do you find that as you're writing, you have to think more about uh, how to form the letters or more about what you're going to say or what you were trying to
Um,
write?
both.
Oh, okay. Um, also, um, that's good that you're thinking about how to write and what to write. So do you sometimes have a hard time generating ideas for writing because you're trying to think about how to actually write the letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Any more questions? Okay, just asking.
So here are some strategies that we can use in our classroom, like where the rubber meets the road. How we implement this in our classrooms can really make a difference for our students. So, based on the article and what we know about student development, these are some practical strategies we can use in our classroom to um, really help students with their handwriting. We can do 5-minute handwriting warm ups. at the start of literacy or math blocks. We can do handwritten journals or reflections. That's 1 or 2 sentences daily just to build the fluency of writing. And also, we can label diagrams in science or social studies by hand. This is just a low prep activity, but it also has high value because you're able to use it for you're able to use it to also introduce and implement vocabulary for students. Another strategy is multisensory practice. And this is for students who might struggle with, just how to write the letter using sand trays or chalkboards, finger writing, sky writing. This is something I do in my classroom that is really easy to implement and doesn't really take any prep. Students have to put their hand on one hand on their shoulder and the other hand, they use 2 fingers and they're able to remind them start at the top, go to the bottom. They're able to form their letters like that. And you're able to see if they're forming the letters correctly.
Okay, I like that strategy.
So I really like skywriting in in class, which is multisensory, but it doesn't take um I don't have to buy anything. Teachers can just do it. And it's something that we do every single day. The article also emphasizes that handwriting should be woven into the natural rhythm of the day and made part of all the subjects. So that means that we don't have to make it separate and extra. We just need to integrate it. Um, I know that in our kindergarten schedule, we have a 15-minute portion of the day that is handwriting. Um, and I think that we, as a kindergarten team, have kind of chatted and talked um, about how we don't really use that 15 minutes for handwriting because we implement handwriting during our phonics lessons to make that connection. This is the letter, this is how it's written, this is the sound it makes. Um, Instead of just having a separate time in the day that's not connected to our lessons. And the same with math. We don't teach um, letter formation separate from teaching the numbers. We teach numbers and we teach them how to write it at the same time. So, it in the article, it also talks about not starting too early, like how to prepare the shoulder and the core of your body and fine motor skills before forcing long writing tasks on children who aren't ready. That long writing tasks are something they have to build up to. The muscles, their fine motor muscles have to be able to gradually get stronger and stronger. I know in my class, we do lacing cards and we do just shorter tasks of writing. And as the year goes on, we build up to more and more.
Okay, nice.
So we practice a lot, and the things we do are usually shorter at the beginning of the year. And then as the year goes on, we are able to write more and do more. So let's plan. This is the time to talk it out and plan for your classroom. Pair up with a colleague or a small group by grade level and use these discussion prompts. Which strategy do you think that we talked about could help you in your classroom the most? And when can you implement that? Where in your schedule can you integrate it naturally? Is it morning work? Is it centers? Uh, is it during a transition time? Also, think about how you can support students who need extra help. And how are you going to monitor progress for students? Quick checks, maybe student samples uh, for you. I am going to give us 8 minutes and I'm going to circulate and help answer questions. I have a timer here on our screen so we all know where we're at. I'm going to actually get up right now and walk around and chat with others about what they do and what they can do for their class.
Security on the border didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of hard work and effort from Senator Cornyn with the president, with the Trump administration, and Senator Cornyn working together. They're on top of it. Tell Senator to keep the flip for Texas.
Okay, there is our timer and it's set at 8 minutes. So that gives you plenty of time to just talk it out with your team. And I'm going to get up and kind of move around and chat with some people.
Okay.
So let's look right here. What's your grade level?
Okay. Second grade, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It was the other one from last year.
So, what kind of things do you do? So, you just like write?
Yes. Yeah, I have had some tips and tricks. I like to write with markers, or pencil markers. Oh, it's a good idea. Know.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Students really like things like that.
I have fun and elaborate.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you finish thinking as I'm walking around and chatting. You go ahead and finish planning with your people. Okay, you'll have about 5 minutes left, and then we are going to do some sharing. we'll kind of circulate and chat with some of the groups. Some good idea.
Yes.
These are like some really good, really good things I've seen in your notes. And you're sharing them. Hey, we have about 3 minutes, so go ahead and keep working. Hey, we have less than a minute left, so go ahead and wrap up your conversations and jot down your ideas so that we can share and talk about those in just about 30 seconds.
I'm still trying to remember brands. Can I get an extra 20 seconds, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hey, our timer went off. Um, Go ahead and wrap up your conversations and finish jotting down your ideas. I had somebody ask for a couple extra seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and give them that, and then we will totally get started on um, sharing our ideas together.
Thank you.
Hey.
Okay, got it all down. I'm ready to share.
Perfect. So let's talk about how which strategy you kind of feel like you might use in your classroom.
Well, I'd say the sand trays to practice letter formations. I've
Mm.
seen a lot of progress.
So, when,
I mean, from what you've told me.
where in your schedule do you think you can integrate this naturally?
Probably centers.
Oh, that's right. We um, do have center time throughout the day to help.
Yeah, I feel like if you just do it individually, the kids will get too focused on it and it can become a messy thing. So just having a little bit of time to do it. So kids don't, because sometimes when kids get bored, they can be destructive and just start being crazy with the sand, and that's just what we don't
Yeah.
want in the classroom.
I also like only having a couple of kids doing it at a time so that, um, like you said, it doesn't get real messy.
Yeah.
Um, what kind of supports do you think that your students might need for uh, i- implementing sand trays for letter formation in your classroom?
Explicit instructions and pictures for modeling so they know what to do. I think that's good support.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Sometimes whenever I do centers or stations in my classroom, I forget that students don't always remember what to do day to day, and having pictures for modeling exactly what to do is a really good idea. Um, how about um, monitoring a student's progress with letter formations? How how do you think you could do that in your classroom?
Um, Portfolios so they can see progress over time.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I know that in kindergarten, we use data folders and we do have things like writing numbers, but writing letters isn't something that we track inside our data folders. That's a really good idea to use portfolios to see a student's progress over time, maybe every 6 or 7 weeks, having the students write what they to write their letters or write words so that you can see the progress of their letter formation. Okay, so now this is going to be your time to commit to this. What It's a time to capture your commitment. So on your paper, go ahead and write this week I will. An example would be this week I will introduce a 3-minute letter formation warm up every morning this next week. Uh, So go ahead and I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. I'm going to watch the timer. And if you could just write this week, I will.
Okay, will do.
Okay, so now that you have said this week, this is what you're gonna, this is the action you're gonna take. I want you to add when you will do it.
Okay. This week, I will implement sand trays to practice writing letters in centers.
Good. Now, um, how are you going to monitor the students working in their centers?
Well, I will walk around and listen to their conversation. Well, tell everyone to have a conversation with their friends about how this assignment is helping them, or like how it's going for them, if they see they're feeling progress. And sometimes kids can be a little more nervous to be up front with the teacher. So I will listen and talk to their friends, or have them write it down
Oh, that's really good. I
and
like
seeing
that.
how they elaborate how they're learning. Because sometimes you think you know how a kid, but many children have different learning strategies. So you just need to make sure that maybe the sandbox method works for everyone. If it doesn't, that's okay. There's still other methods we can use for different kids, for visual learners, and learners like that, maybe some with some learning disabilities. So I think it's very important to go around, listen, but Santray should be the best bet for most children. And 98.9 out of 100 it is. So,
Good job.
yep.
I like that. So really, when you write down the action that you want to take and how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, how you're going to monitor it, helps you to be accountable to
Mhm.
doing that, and also sharing it with your partners around you also helps to um really make that stick with you and want to use it more in your classroom. So, really, I just want to say thank you so much today for all the engagement that you have given. And that by embedding handwriting into what we do already, we're not adding just extra busy work. We're really strengthening reading, writing, thinking, and memory. The article that about the power of handwriting really concludes with that handwriting isn't an old-fashioned skill. It's central to reading, writing, and cognitive development. Prioritizing that evidence-based handwriting instruction in pre-K through fifth grade really lays the foundation for students. And so that's something that we need to keep in mind, that just a small investment of a few minutes a day can pay off for a lifetime of skills. And um, how important handwriting really is, and the power of handwriting is massive. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I do. Am I okay to share?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What else can I use besides sand for multisensory letter practice?
I sometimes like to use rice because you can color it, and sometimes that can be fun for students.
Okay, I like that idea. Is rice as messy as sand?
I don't think it's as messy as sand, but yes, it can be kind of messy in the classroom. Um,
Definitely easier to clean up, I bet.
I would think so. I think it would come up easier with like a vacuum or
Yeah.
something like that if a student spilled or kind of got a little
Well,
rambunctious.
did the kids enjoy using the sand as much? I mean, the rice, sorry.
Um, I've used both and I do think students like it best. Sometimes I also like to use glitter or colored sequins
Yes, I would opt for
for
the
the
sequence over the glitter. You
yeah.
know, glitter, once it's out, it's stuck.
That is that is
So
true.
my mom's always told me.
That is true. I also like that sequins you can usually use like fall sequins with like little pumpkins or
Um,
leaves.
That's more elaborate with the kids and it's not messy and sequence is fun. Cause you see these days, all these kids have the sequence backpacks and stuff, so.
So they probably would like that. You're right. Um, any other questions?
Yes, have you seen lots of, like, have you seen some of your kids, like you've seen progress to the using the sandbox method and stuff? Have you seen lots of progress? Just asking.
I do see progress with it because um it's like kids think that they're playing in the sand when really they're working. So and it just gives them that little bit of extra practice every day for them to practice writing their letters.
Yeah, I can see how that come about because when I used to teach the pre-K class, well, obviously they weren't really working on letters as much yet, or as they should have been. They were just playing in the sand with like the toy dinosaurs and it seemed really fun. And anytime we had stations, they ran over to that one first.
Oh, true.
So I just think the sand idea is good. I have another question though.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a kind of off track question, was it?
It was, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry. What can students do besides write letters?
In the sand boxes, the sand trays that we use in our classroom, we also use them to write words, heart words that we're working on, or words like CBC words or whatever skill as kids are getting older, whatever phonics skill that they're using in class. If it's like uh, the silent E, the magic E on the end with long vowels, then we use those for that also. Um, I also use it for math time whenever I want students to practice writing numbers. I might give them some cards that have a 10 frame on it and they have to count the dots and then write the number in the sand tray so that they're practicing number formation as well as working on their counting skills. Do you have any ideas about what else you could do in a sand box or a sand tray?
Um, no, do you?
So, I mean, like I said, I would start out with
Like,
alphabet
I know
letters.
what you said, but didn't know if you had any other like ideas besides what you said, but those are some pretty.
No, I think that's about it. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Hey, good. So again, I just want to say thank you for coming to our professional development today on the power of handwriting. I hope that you are leaving here with some strategies that you can use in your classroom right away that do not require lots of extra work from you. And also know that anytime you need something, you can always come to me and I'm always here to help or to share the items that I have in my classroom with you to be able to um, implement these strategies for your students and to help your students who, so that they can just be better readers and better writers as they go. Thank you. Bye.